Details of a recent phone call between President Biden and former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who remains a very powerful and influential Democrat in Congress. CNN's MJ Lee's joining us from the White House with more. MJ, what can you tell us about this call?
Jake, we are learning that former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and President Biden spoke again recently, and that Pelosi told the president that polling shows that the president cannot defeat Donald Trump and that he could destroy Democrats' chances of winning the House if he were to continue seeking a second term. Now, we are also told by our sources that the president responded by being defensive about the polling, telling Pelosi he has seen the data polling that shows that he can in fact win, and that at one point Pelosi asked Mike Donilon, the president's senior advisor, to get on the line to go over the data. Now, none of our sources said whether in this phone call Nancy Pelosi privately told President Biden that she believes he should drop out of the race, but it's important to note this is the second known conversation now between Nancy Pelosi and President Biden since his debate performance that really shook the party at the end of June. I should also note the White House wouldn't comment on our reporting in this meeting. They said President Biden is the nominee of the party. He plans to win. And a Pelosi spokesperson said Pelosi has been in California since Friday and has not spoken to Biden since. Obviously, Jake, we cannot overstate just how important Nancy Pelosi is to all of this. She has so much sway within the party. She probably has the best pulse on where all of her colleagues are on the Biden situation than probably anybody else. And the big question going forward is, at some point, does she get to a point where she maybe publicly says that she believes that the president shouldn't stay in the race?
Now, when President Biden said he is going to run, he's not reconsidering, she reopened the door for him, and that allowed some other House Democrats to have conversations with her. So she has been trying to handle this behind the scenes, if you will, but what we are hearing is that it hasn't worked, so they are being slightly more public with this. But she's not alone. Last Saturday, a key meeting in all of this. History may show this to be a pivotal meeting here, depending on what happens. Senator Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, traveled to Rehoboth Beach. That's where the president was spending the weekend. He had a private one-on-one meeting with the president, expressing concerns of Senate Democrats as well, that they do not think that they can win and are worried about him winning in November. So, Jake, taking together all of this is a different moment here as we hit the 3-week period. As for the president, he's back in Delaware. The campaign tells me tonight he's in this race. He's not changing. And they say he'll be the Democratic nominee. Of course, we'll see about that, Jake.